Join with Monsterboy Roc. Boom.
Hi, my name is Monsterboy Roc, and welcome to the show. Today on Drawing with Monsterboy Roc, I'm going to introduce all of you to some more supporting characters in my secondary project, the Magicaland Adventure. Now, in these characters' case, they all live in a specific spot of Magicaland, and I'm going to tell you all about it. We all know about thrift stores, right? That's when you take an item that you own, and maybe you don't want that item anymore, so you take it to the thrift store, and they take it off your hand. You no longer have that particular item. Unless you buy it again. But anyway, another person could come in, and they can buy that item, and even though it's used, as long as it still works and it looks good, that really doesn't matter because you get to have that particular item. And if it's rare or impossible to find, it doesn't matter if it's used. Because, it's unique. It's an antique that you may not be able to find, and it's the very best way that you can have that particular item. Now, I love going to thrift stores. I buy movies and books there all the time. And, like I said, even though they're used, it's like they still work. They still look presentable. I'm happy. Now, in Magicaland, they have a very similar place, and it's owned by 3 particular characters. 2 of them are mermaids, and 1 of them is a fairy, and I shall tell you all about them. Now, the 2 mermaid characters are actually sisters. Their names are May and Kaia, and I have 2 people to thank for the reason that these 2 are in the Magicaland Adventure. They are at NorthStar292 and at OctaviaSky88. Now, I've mentioned NorthStar292 here before on a few other Magicaland drawing videos. She gave me Celeste and Bella and Fuchsia and Holly, and unlike those characters, she didn't actually create them and then give them to me. May was actually created by me, but it was inspired by at NorthStar292's mood board challenge that she had going on, and I created May based off of one of the mood boards that she had going. Now, Kaia was given to me by at OctaviaSky88, and she had actually created that character, and she actually named that character, and I just decided to keep the name. And before I actually created May, she asked me if I wanted that mermaid character, and at first I was like, I kind of have enough mermaid characters. But then when I created May, I kind of went back and I was like, if the offer still stands, I think it'd be cool if I had 2 sister mermaids actually take care of this particular thrift shop. So I went back and asked her, and she said, sure. And so May and Kaia are a part of the Magicaland Adventure, and they are 2 of the characters that take care of this particular shop. Now, the fairy character, who also takes care of the store, and is actually the assistant of May and Kaia, is named Danna. And she was created with help from at PeachyXLemons and Wame. These 2 hosted a special challenge where you could create your own OC, and basically, again, it was kind of like a mood board challenge, and I created this fairy character for it. And in fact, I actually created her before I actually created the mermaids, but for the longest time I was pondering if, I wanted to include her in the Magicaland Adventure, and I decided after I created the mermaids, I thought it'd be cool if, there was a fairy running the store too. So I added her in, and now all 3 characters take care of the Magicaland thrift shop, of which that's not the official name. I still have to figure out a name for the actual place. But anyway, I am going to show you how to draw all 3 of those characters here on Drawing with Monsterboy Roc today. Now, in order to do this drawing, I got my sketchbook right here, and I got my ink-seeking prevention paper that I am going to place under the piece of paper that I am drawing on, just like that. And to outline the drawing, I'm going to use my black ultra fine point Sharpie, and then when I color the drawing, I'm going to color it digitally using my Clip Studio Paint Pro software. So okay, I got my marker already. Let's start drawing the outline of May, Kaia, and Danna. So I'm going to show you how to draw all three of these characters. I'm going to start with the mermaids, and I'm going to start with May. Here we go. So she has 6 squarish ridges in her hair like this. Draw the line like this. She has heart-shaped glasses, which they actually sell at this store. Here we go. Now I'll draw her eyes. 3 eyelashes next to each eye. I'll draw the pupils like this. There we go. Now I'll draw the rest of her head. Draw her nose and mouth. She's smiling away. I will now draw one of her hands and arms like this. Now I'll draw the other one as if she's waving to all of you like this. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to draw her body. Here we go. Now I'll draw her fin. I'll draw the scales a little bit later on. But for now, let me finish outlining her hair, which looks like this. Here we go. Okay. Draw the eyebrows. And there we have May. Now, over here, I'm going to draw her sister Kaia. Now her hair looks like this. Draw her eyes as well, and the eyelashes. There we go. Now I'll draw in the pupils for now, but they're actually going to be a different color. So when, I get into Clip Studio Paint Pro, I'll cover these up with a different color, which will actually be berry colored, kind of like Russell's sweater. But for now, I'll draw the head, the nose and lips. Now I'll draw on her neck. I'll draw on her hand as if she's waving to you as well. Just like that. Now I'll draw the other hand and arm. Sitting in place like that, just like May. Now I'll go on ahead and draw her body. She actually has tattoos, but I'll add those in as well when we get into Clip Studio Paint Pro. Right now I'll just draw the fin. Now I'll draw in her hair. Very, very rigid, just like that. Going all the way around. There we go. And I'll draw her eyebrows. Now I'll go in and add in all of the scales and the lines at the bottom of the fin. And there we have May and Kaia. Last but not least, I will outline their fairy assistant, Danna. Her hair looks like this. Draw the ear. Draw the eyes, the eyelids, and the eyebrows. And the pupils as well. Draw her head. She actually has some marks on her face, like stars and hearts, which I will add in Clip Studio Paint Pro as well. But for now, I'll just go on ahead and draw the rest of her now. Draw on her shirt. Draw on her hand. She has a wand. Draw her waving as well. She has a little cotton candy graphic on her shirt with stripes that, again, I'll add in Clip Studio Paint Pro. Drawn her skirt with 5 lines. Drawn her legs. I'll draw her socks. One of them's kind of lopsiding downward. I will now draw her shoes and shoelaces, and the other one. Draw some lines on the soles like this. I'll draw the wings now. There we go. And now I'll draw in her hair. She has pigtails that look like this. Very, very thin. Drawn her eyebrows. And there we have Danna. So now all that's left is to draw in the background. I'm going to start with the desk. I'm going to draw some ripples because the desk is actually in water. Now I'm going to draw the rest of the water and some waves in the water. Now the thrift store is actually in a cave, so I'm going to draw some lines to indicate sort of creases in the cave's rocks. I also have to draw in a shelf, just like this, and I'm going to draw some items on the shelf. So let me just do that real fast. There we go. Okay, so there we have the outline. So now I shall scan it into my computer, and I will color it digitally. So let's get to the computer. Woo! Here we go, folks. I got the drawing all scanned in, and it's time to color. So first, I'm going to color in May. So first I colored in May's skin. Then I used various shades of blue for her heart-shaped glasses, as well as her hair, and I colored the bottom of her hair white. I also used black, silver, and yellow to color in the rest of her. Then I colored in Kaia. I used the same skin tone as May, and then I used berry for her hair, lips, and I covered up her pupils with that color as well. And for the rest of her, I used green and periwinkle and blue to color in the rest of her body, scales, and her tattoos, which I added in. Then I used various shades of pink and blue and purple for Danna. I then used pink and added in all of the marks on her face. Then I colored in all of the items on both of the shelves. Then I used various shades of brown for both of the shelves, as well as the wall of the cave and the desk that May and Kaia are sitting on. And finally, I used a dark blue color for the water. Now all I have to do is sign my name here at the bottom. Here we go. There we have it, folks. The finished drawing of my 3 new supporting characters in the Magicaland Adventure, May and Kaia the Mermaids, and Danna the Fairy. Okay, folks, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it because I had a lot of fun making it myself. Now, if you want to see that drawing of May, Kaia, and Danna, my 3 new supporting characters in the Magicaland Adventure, as well as many other drawings with these characters from my secondary project, then all you have to do is go on to Instagram.com/TheSecretBeautyDrawings, Facebook.com/TheSecretBeautyDrawing, or Twitter.com/SecretBeautyArt. The links to all 3 of these websites will be in the description down below. But the Magicaland fun isn't over yet, folks. Come back next week, and I am going to introduce you to another new Magicaland Adventure character. But in the meantime, if you want to see some more Drawing with Monsterboy Roc videos, like this one that you just finished watching, in the very near future, then please click the subscribe icon, hit the little bell to be notified for whenever I make a video like this one, of when I introduced you all to Lamar and Lisa's father, Bill. You can also click on this playlist to watch every episode of Drawing with Monsterboy Roc as well. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you all have a very, very nice day. Take care now.